Hello, first graders. The first thing you do is always the same. Pick up your pencil and write your name. All right, we're going to start with this first set of data. And what you're going to do is you'll sort the animals and record them with circles. So this says stripes. Stripes. It has that consonant cluster, STR, stripes. So for each time you choose or you move, excuse me, let me get a pen out here. Each time you move one animal into its spot, put a line through it so that you know you've done it. See if I can get a line to work here. So that has stripes. So I'll put a circle in here. Okay, this one has stripes. So I'll put a circle in here. Keep going until you have X'd all of them off. This one has spots. So I'll put that circle in there. Okay. And this one is considered solid. When solid, so we have solid. That means that there are no spots or no stripes. It's one solid color. Put a circle in there. Okay, go through and sort every single one of these and make sure you're crossing them off after you've put them into the graph here, okay? So do that first. I'll pause. I'm going to let you pause and sort those. Okay, now that you have them sorted, I'd like you to count and then write the number of stripes on this line. The number of spots here goes on this line. And the number of solid here goes on this line. Pause to solve. All right, now that you have had time to sort them and count them, now we're going to answer some questions on the data. This one says, number 3, it says, how many fewer solid color animals are there than stripes? Stripes. How many fewer solid colored animals are there than stripes? Remember, you can always draw lines to match them up and see how many fewer there are. Pause if you need more time. Press play when you're ready to begin. Problem number 4 says, how many animals are there in all? So add all 3 numbers. Remember to look for friends of 10 or friendly numbers that you can quickly use strategies. Just make sure that you add all 3 numbers. Press pause to solve and play when you're ready to begin. We will be moving on to the back side of this piece of paper. So when you flip it, you will see this on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and change my page view so you can see better. All right, so you should have this at the top of the page where you have apples, bananas, and oranges. All right, we're going to do the same thing as we did with the insects. You would take them. This word says apple, bananas, oranges. And you will cross off, put in there. Cross off, put it in the graph. Cross off, put it in the graph. That way you don't accidentally record one too many times or you don't miss one. So make sure each time you put it in the graph, you've crossed it off. Go ahead and sort your data. And then after you're done sorting, count it. Number of apples will go here, number of bananas will go here, and the number of oranges will go here. Please press pause solve, and press play when you're ready to begin. Now that you've sorted and counted, let's go ahead and answer some questions on these problems. Okay, so question 6 is a true yes or no question. There are more oranges than bananas. Yes or no? There are more oranges than bananas. Yes or no? There are more apples than oranges. Yes or no? Again, there are more apples than oranges. That goes right here. Yes or no? The last one here says there are fewer bananas than apples. There are fewer bananas than apples. Yes or no? If you need a little more time with this, please pause to solve. Question number 7 says, how many fewer oranges are there than apples? How many fewer oranges are there than apples? Okay, again, if you need to line them up, draw a line to connect them to see what's left over, please do so. Again, the question is for 7, how many fewer oranges are there than apples? Oranges than apples, sorry about that. Pause if you need more time. Problem number 8 says, how many more bananas are there than oranges? How many more bananas are there than oranges? How many more bananas are there than oranges? If you need to, match them up, see what's left over. All right, I'm going to change my view again so that you can see the last problem. Problem 9 here at the very bottom says, how many pieces of fruit are there in all? How many pieces of fruit are there in all? So add these 3 numbers. Remember to look for friendly numbers of 10. Pause if you need more time on this page. All right, our next page is going to look like this. And we're going to start at problem number 10. It says, Rico sees 5 more cats than dogs. He sees 7 dogs. How many cats does he see? If you didn't notice, first graders, it says use comparison bars. So right away, draw those comparison bars. Make a long one, a tall one on top, short one on the bottom, circle in the middle. Okay. Remember, this is your greater number. This is your lesser number. And this is your more or fewer number. You just have to pay attention to the words. So let's go ahead and read this again. So Rico sees 5 more cats than dogs. So we know that there's more dogs already. There's 5 more. Oh, sorry. Let me try that again. Rico sees 5 more cats than dogs. So we know that there's more cats than dogs. He sees 7 dogs. So 7 is a lesser number. 7 would go down here. 5 more cats than dogs. Well, we don't know exactly how many cats he has, but we know he has 5 more than dogs. So your 5 more would go in the more and fewer circle. Think of this like a math mountain. How do you get that greater number? Or how will you figure out how to get your answer up here? Okay, I like to, so take a minute and solve that. Rico sees 5 more cats than dogs. He sees 7 dogs. How many cats does he see? Go ahead, pause to solve. Nori has 15 coins. Maria has 6 coins. How many more coins does Nori have than Maria? All right, this is a comparison bar that you are very much used to. Remember, the greater number goes up here, the lesser number goes up here, down here, and the more or fewer number, any number that has more or fewer following behind it, oops, will go here. So it says Nori has 15 coins, Maria has 6. How many more coins does Nori have than Maria? All right, this is classic. Nori's got the greater number, Maria's got the lesser number. You need to figure out the more or fewer number. Go ahead, pause to solve. Write your, write the number, how many more coins Nori has than Maria, right here. And your label that you'll put here is coins. And then for the one above, if you didn't do it, it was cats was your label. Go ahead, pause to solve if you need more problems. All right. It says Kim picks 13 tulips. Emily picks 8 tulips. How many fewer tulips does Emily pick than Kim? So I'll read that again. Kim picks 13 tulips. Emily picks 8 tulips. How many fewer tulips does Emily pick than Kim? So your greater, this is the easier one again. Your greater number goes up here. Your lesser number goes here. We know those numbers. We need to figure out the more and fewer one. And it says Emily picks, your answer should be one of these. Emily picks a number fewer tulips than Kim, one of these numbers. So go ahead, pause and solve. Remember, if this is tricky for you, you can always draw 13 circles and up there and 8 circles down here and match them up if you need to. If you need more time on this, please continue to pause. We're going to go on to our last and final page. And it has problem 13 on it. It says a class is going on a field trip. They collect data about places to go. Each child votes. The teacher draws 1 circle for each vote. Okay, so here we have field trip ideas. We have the park, zoo, and museum. This is the number of students that voted to go to the park. Here is the number of students that voted to go to the zoo. Last, this is the number of students that voted to go to the museum. Now, if you remember, about a week ago, we did a problem like this. It says, write 2 questions about the data. Remember, first graders, there's 7 different questions you can ask. Okay? So remember, questions start with a who, which, what. Okay? Who, for example, how many people chose the zoo? Which group has the most? How many fewer people chose museum than zoo? These are all different examples. What's the total number? Okay, write 2 questions. Your questions will start with a who, what, okay, and end with a question mark. Then after you write your question, you will write the answer. 2 questions, 2 answers. Take your time. Pause while you work on this. Remember, you have words all over the room to help you with your spelling. Again, like I said, pause to do this. When you're done, press play. All right, first graders, now that you have finished the test, please leave it at your desk and go on one of our allowed apps. This includes ABC Mouse, iExcel, Prodigy, Epic, Splash Learn, Kids A to Z, eSpark, Lalilo, or Freckle. Great work.